Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for April 2021. There's a couple things I wanted to say really quick before we get started with your cards. I like to get a message of some sort prior to doing your readings, and I just kept feeling this fiery energy as I was getting myself together again to do your reading. And then when I turned on the water for this little thing, it looks like fire. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's almost like the sparkling of flames up there. So something in your life that brings you a lot of passion seems to be coming about. Maybe you're really focused on, they just said, a new relationship that seems very fiery. Maybe there's an intense physical connection, or this is someone that you've been looking at or seen or just crossed paths with. If it's not that, I feel like there's a project in your life or something around a creative process that you're really, really passionate about, and they're really giving you the push to go for it. They just said, don't doubt yourself, just move forward, because whatever it is going to be really successful. And then I just got 6 months. So if you've either been putting 6 months energy into that, or it could take about 6 months for things to really get fired up. But I also see you traveling. Boy, they're just bringing you all kinds of messages. So there may be travel involved with this passion of yours, or there could be travel involved with seeing or meeting the person that you feel very passionately about. Okay, so let's get started with your reading. So we're going to check into the recent past, your current energies, the near future, and we will clarify those. And then we're going to get some cards from the Oracle deck. All right, so let's get started, Gemini. We've got the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Strength in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so in your past energies, with the Seven of Cups and then the Knight of Swords, I feel like there's some frustration around someone's inability to communicate. Maybe this was, you had, either you or your person had options, or this could be around work. So if there was a bunch of different ideas that you had and you just feel like you couldn't communicate them all, this is Spirit confirming that you're going to come out of this confusion or frustration and find your voice, find the ability to speak on this, especially if you have something to say to a partner. I don't feel like this is someone who's currently in your life. So if you found out that somebody had options, and let's say you were just dating them, this is somebody I feel like you've already walked away from, you don't need to communicate, is what they're saying. You don't need to tell this person that you found out about it. If you're ready to cut this off, just cut it off and be done. That you're going to have many options in the future. This also is pertaining to either a project or a work situation where maybe you couldn't decide which one you wanted to choose. They're saying get clear about that, because with this in reverse, that also to me is a little bit of a lack of clarity. So again, this is in the recent past. So I feel like you're going to be coming to a place where you figure that out and you're going to start moving forward. We'll get some cards to clarify that. And then in your current energy, you've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Strength in reverse. I just feel like you're a little bit worn out. Maybe all of these ideas are spinning in your head, whether it be with the relationship and or the work or project we've been talking about. And it's just taken the energy out of you. Now, they want you to focus on finding your strength. So this seems like a time where you really need to sit back, relax, find your balance, and stop spinning in your head. Stop trying to think about things so much. Really just settle in, take a few deep breaths, and feel it. Feel it in your, like, I got a tightness in my chest. So if that's been happening to you, that's because you're having trouble deciphering which of these options, which of these things that you really want to go with. And you know, always follow your heart. So whatever really lights you up, if something gives you the goosebumps, whether it be in a relationship or a job really excites you, that is always the path the Spirit wants you to take. But right now, their suggestion is maybe you need to stop going out and partying so much. If you're doing so, take a step back from that. Maybe interacting with family and friends has just gotten overwhelming and you're feeling really tired, is what they're telling me, to just withdraw from too much social activity so that you can focus on what it is that is your top priority. I feel like you're sort of giving love. They're coming really quick with a lot of messages. So love seems to be more on the back seat, in the back seat. And this seems to be more like you really want to focus on what's going on the creative side or work and focus on a project there. Again, we'll clarify with that as well. And then in the near future, we've got the Eight of Pentacles and then the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. All this tells me is it's going to take quite a bit of work for you to get to the place that you want to get. As I said in the beginning, when I said it could take about 6 months. With the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get there. It just means you need to be patient, because in order to get to that place, you really do have to put the work in, and I think you know that. And that's why in your current energy, they want you to take a rest, because the hard work is coming. And I think you know that. So take a step back, give yourself a break, because the hard work in the near future is coming, and it's going to take you to a place that's going to make you really happy. You may not be able to see it yet. Now, if this is in a relationship, I feel like this is somebody from the past, and maybe you put a lot of work in, or maybe you're willing to in the future when the right person comes along. But I don't feel like you have the strength right now to be focused on that, along with everything else that might be going on in your life. Yeah, the same thing when I look at across here with the Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles in reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. Lots and lots of options to move forward and to put the hard work in. It just doesn't feel a lot like love. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify that. And let's take a look. They wanted me to take a look at the bottom of the deck as the overall energy was the Ace of Pentacles. This just means to me that there's a delay. So again, a slight delay, a little bit of confusion. Once you take a rest, you're going to be able to make a decision and move forward. Maybe the offers that are coming towards you just haven't come yet. Maybe you're not seeing how this is going to all work out, but patience is going to be needed. So just rest, relax, and wait. All right, so let's get some cards to clarify. I really want to know about the Seven of Cups, please. This is for Gemini for April. So let's get the energy for the Seven of Cups. Okay, so we've got the Fool, the King of Wands, and the Six of Swords in reverse. So in the past, it feels like you put a lot of energy. Maybe you took a chance on something, someone, a person or a job, and that person didn't seem to put as much energy into the situation as you did. And maybe you thought about, or did actually, I'm getting kind of mixed signals about this. So it feels like you really just wanted to get away from it. You put in the effort, but these two people are facing in the opposite direction. So it's like you took the leap of faith, and that person may have been chasing you down, but it was almost like they were stuck in the past with something, like they hadn't quite moved away from a past relationship, whether that be emotionally or mentally. Something was stopping them from actually moving forward. And I'm getting a sense that this person didn't have the ability to really either express how they were feeling towards you or tell you the truth about what was going on in their past situation. Maybe they didn't want to burden you with that. So they sort of held back on how they felt and didn't communicate what it was that they were thinking and feeling. And that can be really frustrating. again, with the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Swords, that's the same thing. It's as if they couldn't speak up and tell you exactly what was going on, and maybe again there were a lot of options with this person, so they just weren't clear about where they stood. And although you were willing to take the step forward, I just don't feel like at this point you're willing to. Like, you don't want to put your energy into things. You have much bigger and better things to do. So don't feel like you're going to put your energy into anything that isn't going to be really upfront with you. All right, so let's clarify the Three of Pentacles and the Strength card. They're telling me to pull from the top. So, okay, so we've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Cups in reverse, and then the Lovers, which is perfect, because what this is saying is you know exactly what it is that you want to work on. You know what it is that you want from a relationship. I feel like there have been disappointments in the past. You've put a lot of energy into things that just didn't work out. And once you clean this up and you're really clear about what it is that you want, the things that you've learned, the lessons learned, then somebody's going to come into your life. So with this being your current energy, I'd say this is you having a better understanding of what it's going to take to make a relationship work. Now they're bringing up a current relationship. So if you're in one because this is your current energy and you thought that this person was the person that was going to make your dreams come true, and you really saw yourselves, you know, sailing off into the sunset, I feel like it's a little bit lackluster, and maybe with some time you could get to the point where you find balance and happiness if the two of you have the same goals. But you're going to have to take some time, because it's really weighing heavy on you. It doesn't seem like things are really working out right now, and with the Strength card I feel like you're just really worn out. It's in reverse. So if you're exhausted from trying to figure out whether this current relationship, if you're in one, is going to work, I'd say again, relax, rest, and take some time to feel through it and then make a decision. There isn't anything about having to make a decision right now. I think you know that the possibility is there, but right now it's just not feeling like the two of you are coming together. It could end up being, I just heard marriage. So if these are two different situations, somebody from the past, and then this is someone who's got a current relationship and was curious if maybe it's going to work out. They're showing me now, they're leading me over to the Eight of Pentacles. In this current relationship, you're going to have to put a lot of work in order to find the Ten of Pentacles. And I have a feeling like maybe you don't think it's worth it. Again, that's a decision that you're going to have to make, but I'd say take some time out and think about it, because what you put your efforts into, especially now, is going to last for a really long time. We've changed into the energy of Aquarius, and we're living in a time that we haven't lived in over 200 years. Like, this is, whatever you choose to do now is what's going to last long term. Regardless of how old you are, that's what this energy is about. So be really cautious as to what you choose. If you want a long-term partner and you know that you're willing to put the work in, then you need to take the time to choose wisely, because you're not going to have much time before that boat sails, if you will. Okay, so let's get a few cards for the near future. We've got the Page of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Wands, and then the Nine of Cups. And then we have the Hermit. Very much about you going within and making a choice. The past person, the other energy we were talking about, I just think that's faded away. Both scenarios may resonate for you. But this, again, for the current energy, you're going to need to do some really deep thinking. Trust your intuition. Okay, so let's talk about these cards. With the Page of Cups, that just to me says there isn't a whole lot of energy in the love department, like I mentioned before. Maybe you just feel like you've put so much energy in the past into people and they didn't give back. The Seven of Wands, I just feel like this person's looking at everything that he or she has already been through, And with the Nine of Cups, you have a better understanding of what it is that you value in relationships. You know what's going to make you feel loved and important, and you're willing to put the work in to get that. But right now, or in the near future, it just doesn't seem to be what your focus is going to be on. And you're okay with that. I feel like you're okay with that. You'd rather take the time with the Hermit card and go within and really recognize what it is that didn't work in the past, so that you can put the best foot forward when it comes to love. And underneath the Hermit, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And then we have the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Page of Pentacles. So once you do this work, once you go deep within, regardless if you're in a relationship or not, this is showing me that I feel like this is going to be your partner. Your partner's going to put in the work. This is somebody who's really stable. They aren't the King of Pentacles, but the Knight of Pentacles is stable, and they have a good offer. With the Eight of Cups in reverse, this is somebody who's not going to walk away from love. This is not somebody who's going to test your patience. You're not going to have to question whether they're going to walk away. This one does not lack or doesn't have abandonment issues. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So it may start off a little bit small, but this is something that's worth waiting for, because it is going to ultimately end up being very fulfilling emotionally, and I think it'll be worth it for you. Okay. So let's get some advice, and then we'll get an outcome for the current situation. If you're currently in a relationship, let me spin these around. Let's get an outcome for the current relationship and see if this is going to move forward. Okay. So we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Two of Swords, and the Devil. Okay. Well, so the Nine of Wands in reverse. Too much mental energy for me. These are mental for me, not the swords, but you definitely have a choice to make. It feels like the Devil can be toxic energy, yes, the manipulator, the narcissist. That's not what I'm picking up from this. I think this is just put you in a place where you're frustrated and you don't constantly want to focus on the negative energy. This is a lot about you releasing, like I said before, you releasing anything that burdened you in the past, or was either a past situation that was dishonest, or a toxic relationship that didn't work out that maybe is constantly on your mind, that still interferes with your current relationship. Or this was the past person that we talked about, with somebody who is looking at what happened in the past. So you're going to need to take the time to sit back and get rid of, really work through. I say get rid of. It's hard to get rid of those feelings, but work through those toxic energies so that you can make a healthy decision. Right now, she's got the blindfold on, and you can't really make a decision from that place, right? So you really need to work through whatever toxicity is going on in or around you so that you can make a really concise decision moving forward when it comes to your love. I do believe the work situation is going to work out great. I don't think you have anything to worry about. Okay, so that was the outcome for you. Let's get some overall advice, and then we'll get your oracle cards. We got for Gemini, we have the Magician in reverse, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Swords. So the advice is, with the Magician in reverse, maybe you're feeling like things aren't moving fast enough for you. If this is in the current relationship, or the person from the past didn't feel ready for maybe marriage, maybe that's something that you wanted. And moving forward, I really see you speaking up. Maybe you didn't have the ability to speak clearly in your relationships in the past. So whatever that fiery energy I was picking up in the beginning of the reading, I feel like this is you really focused on what stirs you inside. And when you do that, you're going to start to be able to manifest all the things that you want, because I do feel like there's a significant person coming into your life that's going to, they just said, someone who's going to be a little bit more spiritual, maybe more understanding. If your partner, if you're in this current relationship, maybe your partner doesn't understand that side of you, which makes it difficult for you. It's like her back is to this person, and maybe that's where you have to make a choice, because you're really getting to a place where you're understanding your intuition. You want to make decisions from that space, from your heart space. And if that person doesn't understand, that's not somebody that you're going to want to spend the rest of your life with. So they're saying speak up, say what you're feeling and thinking. If you need to get something off your chest from your past situation, they're showing me a book and writing, so maybe you need to journal so that you can get all of that out, as well as for what it is that you're really feeling passionate about, so you can come back and make a decision as to which path you want to follow. There just seems to be a lot of very scattered energy. So I'd say take some time out and really get things in order in April, so that moving forward you're clear on exactly what it is that you want for your work situation and for your love situation. Okay, so let's get a couple of cards, oracle cards for you. Show me for Gemini. What's for Gemini for April, please? Okay, we'll get 3 cards. So, oops. We've got poised, message in a bottle, and never-ending story. This is kind of fitting. So the never-ending story, you can see you've got your hand on your head. This just feels like something that keeps repeating, but the good news is 37 comes to a 10. So that's completion of all these old cycles that are going to soon be out of your life. So when they say things so quickly, it's hard to articulate. They just want you to know that you're coming out of this energy. The message in a bottle, I feel like this is somebody who has something that they want to say that hasn't been able to yet, but this is coming. This is going to be either within the month of April or within 6 weeks. Oh, funny, I said 6 weeks and that's the 15. So that's also a 6, which is finding balance. So maybe there's a discussion or something surprising that comes from the person that you're thinking about, and it helps to balance things out in the relationship. And then poised. And this is 48, which is a 12 and reduces to 3, which is finding balance within your health, your love, and your work life. So it's a really beautiful reading. I hope this resonated for you, Gemini. If so, please do give me a like. If you'd like to subscribe, I'd love that as well. Let me know how this resonated for you in the comments below. Also, if you'd like a personal reading, the information is in the description box. And I hope to see you in the next reading. I hope you enjoy your month. Thanks so much and take care.